Right, lesson number 16, ratios. All of you write down the main topic. Right. Do you remember how we write the ratio in as a symbol? Do you remember? That's a symbol of ratio like this, no? That's the symbol of ratio, right? The example for the ratio I can write as like this, right? That's the example for the ratio. How we read this one? We can read this ratio to this one. How you read? 2, 3. That's the reading method, right? This one is the symbol of the ratio, and that's the writing method of the ratio, and that's the reading method of ratio, right? Example, another example, look at this one. 7, this one, okay, 7, then ratio symbol 5. How we read this one? 7 to 5, right? 7 to 5, right? Okay, now you write down the points. Symbol of the ratio, symbol of the ratio, symbol of the ratio. Symbol of the ratio, right? Now you write down the symbol using the different color pen. You write down the symbol of the ratio, this one, right? That's the symbol. Then you write down the uh, writing and reading method of ratios as another point. Write down writing and reading method, writing and reading method of a ratio, writing and reading method of a ratio. Right. Now I wrote two examples. No, you write down these two examples of your book. The first one, that's the writing method, right? That's the word form, reading and writing in word form. 2 to 3. Next one, 7 to 5. Also, you write down in word form, right? I think two examples enough, no? Right, okay, right. Then another point, you remember, can you write any two values as a ratio? Look at this. You think this vessel contain uh, 2 liters and this vessel contain 500 milliliter. Okay, there are two volumes given. Can you write the ratio between these two quantities as like this, 2 to 500? Can you write like this or can't? Why? What's the reason? What's the reason? If you want to write two values as a ratio, these two values should be equal unit, right? අර units දෙක equal වුණොත් තමයි අපිට ratio එකක් ඒ විදිහට ලියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. Unequal this one, look at the unit is liter, this one is unit milliliter. Liter and milliliter are difference, no? So we can't write 2 to 500. What you have to do, if you want to write this one as a ratio, what you have to do? First, you have to convert into the same unit. This one is wrong, right? How we can convert? This one is milliliter, no? Also, this volume you can convert into milliliters. What's the value of milliliters? 2000 milliliters. You can write like as 2000 to 500. Okay, 2000 to 500. Now we can write this one as the ratio. Why? These two are same units, right? එහෙනම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ කවදාවත් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනම එකක් ratio එකක් විදියට ලියන්න බෑ. මොනවද වෙන්න ඕන? අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම same units තියෙනව විතරයි ratio එකක් විදියට ලියන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. Right? Right. You write down the next point of your book. When we write the ratio, when we write a ratio, when we write a ratio, when we write a ratio, the two quantities, the two quantities units, two quantities units should be equal, should be equal, should be equal. Now you write down the example, 2 liters and 500 milliliters. 2 liters and 500 milliliters. You can't write 2 to 500, no? It is wrong. Why? These two units are not same. So what is the correct one? First you have to convert into the same units, then you can write as a ratio, right? That's the answer, right? You write down the example. If you want, you can write this. You can mark it as false, and you can write the correct answer, right? Quickly you note down this one also. Right, okay, right. Another thing you learned in grade 7 about ratios, what? Simplest form. Do you remember? You write down the next subtopic of your book. Simplest form of a ratio. Simplest form of a ratio. I think also you remember in fraction lesson, no? We wrote simplest form for the fractions, right? Like that. You can write in ratio lesson simplest form of the ratio. You look at the example 10 to 6, right? 10 to 6. What are the two values? 10 and 6. How we can write the simplest form? You can divide these two both numbers by which value? By 2, right? So you can divide by 2. You can write the simplest form. 10 divided to 5, 6 divided to 3. Again, we can't divide further, no? 5 and 3, again we can't divide. So what is the final answer? What is the simplest form? 5 to 3, right? That's the simplest form. Okay, do you remember? Right, quickly write down this one as example.
So, sir,
Yes.
so can write three ratios.
Mm, this one is the simplest form, no?
No, sir, I mean 10 to 6 to 2, like.
Okay. The three quantities, no? Ratio between three quantities. Also, you can write the simplest form. If you can divide all numbers by same value, you can write the ratio, right? Look at the example. 22, 42, 8, right? 20 to 40 to 8. By which number you can divide these three numbers? By
2.
2. By 2. 20 divided to 10. 14 divided to 7. 8 divided to 4. Right? Again you check. These three values you can divide by another number. We can't divide, no? මේ තුනම තවත් මොකක් හරි number එකකින් divide කරන්න බෑනේ නේද? එහෙම divide වෙනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ answer එක simplest form එක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අවුරුද්දට divide කරන්න ඕන. So what is the answer? 10 to 7 to 4. Right? 10 to 7 to 4. Right. Quickly write down this example.
Finish.
Right. That's the simplest form. Okay. Simplest mean අර තවදුරටත් බෙදන්න බැරි විදියට අපි මේ quantities දෙකම බෙදලා තියෙන එක. Right. Next one you write down equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. Equivalent ratio. Right, as a point or as a subtopic you write down equivalent ratio. I think also you remember fraction lesson, we discussed about equivalent fraction, no? How we got the equivalent fractions? By multiplying numerator and denominator by same value or dividing, right? Like this. In ratio lesson we can get the equivalent ratio for the given ratio by multiplying or dividing the given values, then you can write the equivalent ratio. Okay, look at the first example, 2 to 3, right? 2 to 3. I can write any types of equivalent ratios. I will write two equivalent ratios. First, I can write any number you can multiply. Okay, we can't divide these two numbers, no, with same value. Make බෙදන්න බැහැ න වැඩි කරලා තමයි ගන්න වෙන්නේ. Look at, I will multiply these two values by 2. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 2, 6. That's the one equivalent ratio for the 2 to 3. What is the answer? 4 to 6. If you want, you can multiply the initial ratio by 5. 2 times 5, 10. That's another one. 2 times 5, 10. 3 times 5, 15. That's another equivalent ratio. Okay, you write down the example. I think not need to write the note, no? Grade 7 you learn, right? How we can
Sir?
get, yes?
Can you explain it again?
How we write the equivalent ratio for the given ratio. You have to multiply or divide by the related quantities by a same value, right? අර දීපු original ratio එකේ තියෙන values එකම number එකකින් multiply කරලා එහෙම නැත්නම් එකම number එකකින් divide කරලා අපිට equivalent ratios ඕන තරම් ලියන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මේක නම් divide කරන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් මම divide කරන්න ගියේ නැහැ. multiply කරලා තමයි equivalent ratios දෙකක් ගත්තේ, right? By multiplying these two values, you can get this one. By multiplying 5, 2 times 5, 10. 3 times 5, 15. Another equivalent ratio I wrote. Right? මේ වගේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඕන තරම් equivalent ratios ලියන්න පුළුවන්.
Thank you, sir.
You write down this one. Then another example I will give. Right, now you check, can you fill the empty boxes? Okay, I gave the ratio 3 to 5 to 6, then an equal 6 to blank to blank.
Finish. Finish, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right, we have to check, no, what's the suitable answers. Right, now you check. What is the first quantity? 3. It convert into 6. How we can convert? By multiplying 2. 3 multiply 2, 6. If you multiply this value by 2, other all quantities you have to multiply by 2. Right? 5 times 2, 10. So the second blank, you have to write 10. 6 times 2, 12. Right? So equivalent ratio, what is the answer? 6 to 10 to 12. Okay, can you understand? That's the theories you learn in grade 7. Right? මේ ටික තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ grade 7 එකේදී study කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? For revise your knowledge, there is an exercise given of your textbook. You have to do as homework this one. Review exercise. Okay, look at the first question. write 3 equivalent ratios for each ratio given below. Right? මේ හැම එකටම equivalent ratios 3 ගානේ ලියන්න ඕන. Second question, write each of the ratios given below in the simplest form. Right? There are 4 ratios given. All ratios you have to write the simplest form. Right? By dividing the values, no, you can write the simplest ratio. Third one, you have to join, no, equivalent ratios knowledge using, you have to join correctly. Fourth question, rewrite and fill in the blanks. Right? Using the equivalent ratios knowledge, you have to do. Question number 5, 6 and 7, you read carefully, then you can do, I think. Right? You try. That's the homework. You mark. Yes.
Can you explain the fifth one?
Fifth one. The ratio of the price of a pencil to that of a book is 3 to 4. 3 to 4. That's the ratio, no? Simplest form given 3 to 4. Right? Which ratio? Between the price of pencil and book. Right? Between the price of pencil and book, 3 to 4. Right? Like this, no? Pencil to book, the price ratio 3 to 4. Then given if the price of a pencil is 15 rupees, find the price of a book. Right? The price of a pencil is 15 rupees. This one is 15 rupees. So you have to find the price of book. Right? Now look at 3 convert into 15. What we have to do? You have to multiply by 5, no? This number. Right? 3 times 5, 15. If you multiply by 5 this number, also this value you have to multiply by 5. Then you can get the equivalent ratio. 4 times 5, what is the answer? 20, no? So this one price is 20 rupees. Right? Like this, you have to think other questions and you have to do. Okay? Right? That's the revise of the grade 7. Now I'm going to grade 8 class theory. Okay? You have to do review exercise as homework. Right? Now I'm going to your grade 8 new part. You write down the subtopic. The first subtopic write down under grade 8, representing a ratio as a fraction. Representing a ratio as a fraction. Right? Okay. This one is important part. That's a new part of ratio. I think ratio part again. You haven't studied your upper classes. Okay. Right? Grade 6, 7, 8. We have to study 9, 10, 11. We haven't to study about ratio. So you have to study this part in this class well. Right? ආයිත් මේක හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ ratio කියන කොටස ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ upper classes වලදී. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක හරියට මතක තියාගන්න. Right? But we have to use your O-level examination this knowledge. Okay? Right. Look at representing a ratio as a fraction. Right? Now look at how we can represent the ratio as a fraction. Right? You think that's the example. When we make a cake, right? When we make a cake, what are the ingredients we have to use? we have to use sugar.
flour,
Yes. Also, we have to use flour.
butter,
Yes. Also, we have to use butter.
eggs,
Egg.
Yes. Also, we have to use eggs. No, like this ingredient we have to use. Right? You think there are three ingredients given. Between these three ingredient ratios given, right? You think the ratio given 5 to 5 to 3, right? 5 to 5 to 3, right? Like that ratio given of the question. හරිද? මෙහෙම ratio එකක් දීලා තියෙනවා කියලා හිතන්න. Then how we can write this ratio as a fraction? කොහොමද බලමු මේක fraction එකක් විදියට ලියන්න, right? Right. Look at how many parts of sugar? 5 parts. How many parts of flour? 5 parts. How many parts of butter? 3 parts. Okay, 5, 5, 3. What is the total parts? 5, 5, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. So total parts given 13, no? Right. Now look at how we write as a fraction. This one is the ratio. I say, what is the total parts? 13, no? Right. How many parts of sugar? 5. Right? What is the fraction? 5 over 13. Right? අර කොටස් 13ක් තියුණා. ඒ 13න් කීයක් තියනවද sugar parts? 5 parts. So what is the fraction? 5 over 13. This one, what is the fraction? 5 over 13. This one, 3 over 13. That's the fraction writing method, okay, of the given ratio. Can you understand? You have to find how many total parts, then you can represent as a fraction, right? Right. Like as examples, you can write like this. You write down the first example. I think not need to write word form, no? This one enough. The first example you write down, example number 1. You write down sugar to flour to butter, the ratio 5 to 5 to 3. Then we found the fractions. First you count how many total parts, then you can write the fractions.
Finish.
Right, okay. Right, I'm going to another example. That's the second example. Right. You think we want to make a concrete mixture, right? Concrete mixture. What are the ingredients to use this concrete mixture?
Cement,
Yeah, cement,
sand,
sand,
metal,
gravel, no? And also some water you have to put. But I'm not considered about the water. You think these three materials we have to use to make a concrete, right? Then we can write the ratio between cement, sand to gravel. Cement to sand to gravel. You think 2 to 8 to 5, right? I don't know correct mixture, right? Not need to correct one. I wrote this one 2 to 8 to 5. Okay, right? That's a ratio, no? This one is the ratio. Now we have to write the fraction as a fraction of each types of ingredient, right? How many total parts?
15.
15 parts, no? 2 plus 8, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. So there are 15 total parts. Now you can write as a fraction. What is the fraction of cement?
2 over 15.
Yes, 2 over 15. Okay. You write down the fractions of this one, all quantities.
Finish.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. How you can write the as a fractions? This one 2 over 15. Sand 8 over 15. Gravel 5 over 15. Okay, that's the fractions. Can you understand how we write the fractions of the given ratio? Hmm? Right. Then I'm going to do another part. Another part I'm going to do. Right. Before it, you think this one, another example I will take. Third example. You think there are three persons, A, B, and C. Right? There are three persons, A, B, and C. A, B, C. Then you think the certain amount, right? Certain amount divided between these three persons according to the ratio this one 2 to 3 to 4, right? ඔන්න මුදලක් තියෙනවා. ඒ මුදල මෙන්න මේ රේෂියෝ එකට මේ තුන් දෙනාට බෙදලා දෙනවා. Right. Can you write down the fractions of this one? That's the ratio. you have to write the fraction.
Finish, sir. Finish.
Right. Look at how we can write the fractions. First, you count how many total parts. There are three parts, two parts of A, three parts of B, four parts of C. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. So you can write as a fraction 2 over 9, 3 over 9, and 4 over 9. Right? That's the writing method of fractions of the given ratio. Okay. Right. Then I'm going to do another part of this lesson. Okay. First you identify. First you have to get the idea, no, get the knowledge about how we can write the fractions of the given ratio. Right. That's the method. මුලින්ම ඔයගොල්ලෝ fraction එක හදා ගන්න විදිය හරියට ඔලුවට ගන්න. Right. Then you write down the next subtopic. Next subtopic you write down dividing in a given ratio. 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 Right. Now look at how we can do like these questions. I will do this one using the examples. So you write down the first example. First example you write down as a question. First example you write down. Right. You write down 45,000 rupees. 45,000 rupees. 45,000 rupees divided between Saman and Nimal, between Saman and Nimal, between Saman and Nimal.
Sir, can you tell again?
45,000 rupees divided 45,000 rupees divided between Saman and Nimal, between Saman and Nimal, with the ratio, with the ratio, with the ratio 4 to 5, 4 to 5. right? 4 to 5. Full stop. Find separately, find separately, find separately how much received, how much received, how much received each person, each person, how much received each person. Right. Now look at how we can solve this question. Right. Not need to write long sentences. I think now I will write the answer getting method. It is enough. Okay. Right. Look at what are the two quantities mentioned this question? Saman and Nimal. Right. There are two persons. No. Saman and Nimal. I can write the ratio between these two persons, Saman and Nimal. What's the ratio? 4 to 5. Right? The question given 4 to 5. This one ratio, no? That's the ratio. Also, I can write as a fraction. What is the fraction of Saman? How many total parts? 9 parts, no? So what is the
9.
fraction? 4 over 9. The fraction of Nimal, 5 over 9. Right? That's the amount received as a fraction. Right? අර ලැබුණු මුදල fraction එකක් විදිහට තමයි මම ඔය හොයලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? That's the divided ratio. Then I wrote the receiving fraction each person. What is the total amount divided between these two? 45,000 rupees, no? So I can find the next, the amount received by Saman. Right? Samanta කොච්චර මුදලක් හම්බුණාද? How we find that one? What is the total amount distributed among these two? 45,000 rupees. So you have write down 45,000 rupees multiply. What is the fraction received Saman? 4 over 9. 4 over 9. Okay, can you understand? හරි අපි කරන්න ඕන මොකක්ද අර total amount එක එයාට අදාළ fraction එකෙන් multiply කරනවා, right? Then you find then you look at, I think you remember this one we did in grade 7. If you want, there are 9 parts, no? You can divide by 9. You can find the value of one portion, right? Then how many portions received Saman? 4 portions. Then you have to multiply by 4, right? Divide 9, multiply 4. Right, look at 9 and 45,000 you can divide by 9, no? Right, what is the answer? 9 no, divide 9, 1. 45,000, 45, 5 and 3 zeros. So what is the received value? 5,000 multiply 4, 20,000. That's the amount received to Saman, no? Right? Amount received to Saman. හරිද? එහෙනම් සමන්ට කීයක්ද ලැබිලා තියෙන්නේ? 20,000 rupees. Okay? Then I am going to find about Nimal. How you can find the received to Nimal equal. What is the total amount distributed? 45,000. 45,000 multiply. What is the fraction of Nimal? 5 over 9. Also you can simplify, no? 9 and 45,000 you can divide by 9. 1. 5,000. 5,000 multiply 5. What is the answer? 25,000 rupees. So now we separately find the answers. Someone received 20,000 rupees and Nimal received 25,000 rupees. Okay, are you clear, all of you? Right. Now write down the answer.
Finish. Finish.
Right. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, is there another method I have?
This one. What is the another method?
Sir, can divide 45,000 by 9,
Uh,
then can multiply by 4 and 5.
yes. That's the same method, no? Right. First you have to divide by 9. Then you have to multiply the related ratio, no? Right. Same method. Okay. That means I think you mean this one. First you have to find the one portion value, divide by 9. Then you have to find the 4 portions value and 5 portions value, no? Right.
Yes, sir.
No problem. The same method. Okay. But I think you practice like this, right? Grade 7 we did your method, but this one we can use in grade 8, right?
Okay.
Right. දැන් මේ question එක බලන්න අපි කරලා තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? මේ amount එක විතරයි consider කරලා තියෙන්නේ නේද? right? amount එක විතරයි consider කරලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. දැන් මෙන්න මේ වගේ question එකක් හිතන්නකෝ, මේ වගේ example එකක්. ඔන්න there are two friends, right? There are two friends. You think Amal and Kamal, right? There are two friends. හරිද? ඔන්න අමල් කමල් කියන්නේ යාළුවෝ දෙන්නේ. ඔන්න දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? අමල් බිස්නස් එකක් ස්ටාර්ට් කරනවා කියලා හිතන්න. right? අමල් බිස්නස් එකක් ස්ටාර්ට් කරනවා. මෙයා තමයි බිස්නස් එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරන්නේ, right? එයා ඒකට ඉනිෂියලි දානවා 50,000 rupees. right? 50,000 යොදවලා තමයි මෙයා මේ බිස්නස් එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරන්නේ. පැහැදිලිද? හරි. හිතන්න මෙයා බිස්නස් එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරනවා 1st of January of a certain year. හරි. ඔන්න එක අවුරුද්දක ජනවාරි 1 වෙනිදා තමයි මෙයා බිස්නස් එක ස්ටාර්ට් කරන්නේ. හරිද? හොඳට මේකේ අයිඩියා එක ගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? මෙයාගේ යාළුවා ඉන්නවා කමල්. කමලු මොකද වෙන්නේ? මේ බිස්නස් එකට ජොයින් වෙන්න හදන්නේ. right? මේ බිස්නස් එකට ජොයින් වෙන්න තමයි කමලුත් හදන්නේ. හිතන්න කමල් ජොයින් වෙනවා 1st of April. right? 1st of April. හරිද? අර යා 1st of January start කරාට නේද? කමල් මේක දැනගෙන කමල් ජොයින් වෙනවා 1st of April. right? how many month later? මාස කීයකට පස්සේද මෙයා join වෙන්නේ?
4,
4, you count
3,
3 months, no? January, 1st of January to 1st of February, 1 month. 1st of March, 2 months. 1st of April, 3 months. හරි මාස 3කට පස්සේ තමයි මේකෙන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේක සබ්ට්‍රැක්ට් කරලා මේ 1 4 කියලා ගන්න එහෙම නෑ. අර හිතන්න හරියට. එහෙනම් after 3 months තමයි මෙයා මේකට join වෙන්නේ. හරිද? හිතන්න මෙයා 70,000 අපි අරගානම ගමුකෝ මෙයාත් 50,000 ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරනවා. right? එයත් 50,000 ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරා. හරිද? ඔහොම කරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා ඔන්න හිතන්න end of the year, right? End of the year 31st of 12, right? එම අවුරුද්දක් ඉවර වුණා දැන්. අමල්ගේ business එකට. හරිද? End of the year their business profit is 60,000 rupees. හරි දැන් business එකක් කරන් profit එකක් ගන්න නේද? හරි ඔන්න එහෙනම් අවුරුද්ද අන්තිමේදී මේගොල්ලෝගේ business එකේ 60,000 rupees මේගොල්ලොන්ට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. හරිද? දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? එක්කෙනෙක් කරා නම් එයාට තනියම profit එක ගන්න පුළුවන් නේද? හරි දැන් මෙතන දෙන්නෙක් join වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් මොකද වෙන්න ඕන? මේ profit එක දෙන්නටම divide කරලා දෙන්න ඕන නේද? හරි එහෙනම් කොහොමද divide වෙන්න ඕන දෙන්නයි ඉන්නේ මෙතන නේද right the profit is 60,000 එහෙනම් කොහොමද මෙයාට අපි මේක බෙදලා දෙන්නේ මෙයාට 30,000 දෙනවා මෙයාට 30,000 දෙනවා කොහොම දුන්නොත් හරිද වැරදිද මොකද වෙන්නේ හරිද වැරදිද
correct.
correct ඔව් ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. හැබැයි මේක අසාධාරණයි නේද මේ වැඩේ? ඇයි? not fair no? ඇයි මේක fair නැත්තේ? අසාධාරණයි. මෙයා 50,000 ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා. මෙයාත් 50,000 ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් දෙන්නම යොදව මුදල් සමානයි. එහෙනම් මුදල් සමාන නම් අපිට හිතෙනවා නේද මේක භාගයක් දෙන්නට බෙදලා දෙන්න ඕන කියලා නේ. හැබැයි මේක අසාධාරණයි කියන්නේ බලන්න මෙයා මේ බිස්නස් එකේ මන්ත් කීයක් ඉඳලා තියෙනවද? අමල් කොච්චර මන්ත් ඉඳලා තියෙනවද? 12 මන්ත්. හරි මෙයා මාස 12ක් මේ බිස්නස් එකේ ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. පැහැදිලිද? මෙයා 12 months. හැබැයි කමල් ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ කොච්චරක්ද? 9 months නේද? හරි මෙයා ඉඳලා තියෙන්නේ 9 months. මේක සාධාරණද මෙහෙම අර භාගයක් බෙදලා දෙන එක? නෑ නේද? අර ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරාට සමාන amount එකක්. හැබැයි මේගොල්ලෝ මෙයා වැඩි කාලයක් ඉඳලා තියෙනවා බිස්නස් එකේ නේද? මෙයා අඩු කාලයක් ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් මේක සාධාරණ නෑ. හරිද? මෙහෙම දුන්නොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? දෙන්න අතර නේද? තරහ වෙනවා දෙන්න නේද? එහෙනම් මේක අපි මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕන? අපි දැනගන්න ඕන අර සාධාරණව මේක බෙදන්න. හරි? එහෙනම් සාධාරණව බෙදන්නේ කොහොමද? අර amount එකත් time එකත් අපිට දෙකම consider කරන්න වෙනවා. හරි මේ වගේ questions වලදී අපිට amount එක විතරක් consider කරලා මදි time එකත් consider කරන්න වෙනවා. හරි පැහැදිලි නේද? හරි එහෙනම් ඔන්න ඔය වගේ questions තමයි දැන් අපි කරන්න හදන්නේ. We are going to do the questions related to the we have to consider the both time and amount. Right මේ දෙකම consider කරලා තමයි දැන් අපිට මේකට යන්න තියෙන්නේ. Right. Like that question I will give. You write down the example of your book. Write down the example.
Sir,
Yes.
topic එකක් තියෙනවද?
Topic I did early, no? Okay. You write down the subtopic like this. Right. All of you write down the subtopic. Dividing the profit. dividing the profit, dividing the profit when different amounts, when different amounts, dividing the profit when different amounts are invested, are invested, are invested for different periods of time, for different periods of time, different periods of time.
Say it again.
Right, again I will say, you check correctly you wrote or not. Dividing the profit when different amounts, dividing the profit when different amounts are invested for different periods of time, for different periods of time. Right. Now you write down as a question, as a question write down. Right, මම මේකම මේ question එකම ගන්නම් පොඩ්ඩක් amount එක වෙනස් කරලා මේම ලියන්න. Amal starts a business. Amal starts a business in January, in January Amal starts a business in January by investing, by investing, by investing 60,000 rupees, 60,000 rupees ₹60,000. Full stop. His friend, his friend Hamal, his friend Hamal joins the business, joins the business, joins the business three months later, 3 months later, 3 months later, by investing, by investing 48,000 rupees, by investing 48,000 rupees, by investing 48,000 rupees. Full stop. Calculate the ratio, calculate the ratio in which the profit, in which the profit in which the profit should be divided between the between the between them at the end of a year, at the end of a year, at the end of a year. Right, at the end of the year. Right. Now, who are the persons related this question? Amal and Kamal. Right? Amal invested how much? 60,000 rupees. Kamal invested how much? 48,000 rupees. But look at the time duration of this question. Time duration. Right? Look at the time duration. Time duration mean what? අර මේගොල්ලෝ කොච්චර කාලයක් මේ බිස්නස් එකේ ඒ අවුරුද්ද ඇතුළත ඉඳලා තියෙනවද? Right? Amal started in January, no? So how many months? End of the year he spent for this business? 12 months. Right? 12 months. 12 months. But Kamal joined after 2 months. Start the business, no? So how many months spent for Kamal?
Sir, 3 months.
10 months, no? Right? මාස දෙකකට පස්සේනේ මෙයා join උනේ. එතකොට එයා කොච්චරද ඉන්නේ? 10 months.
Sir, you have given 3 months later.
Right? 10 months. Right? මෙතන අර date එකක් කියන්නේ නැහැ. මාස දෙකකට පස්සේ නම් මාස 10ක් තමයි ආයතනෙ ඉන්නේ නේද? Right? එතකොට දැන් අපි මේකේ හොයන්න ඕන මේගොල්ලෝගේ profit එක divide කරන්න ඕන ratio එක. Right? Now look at, sorry.
Kamal joins 3 months.
After join 3 months ද දුන්නේ මම 3 months කියලාද දුන්නේ?
Yes, sir.
එහෙනම් මෙයා කොච්චරද 9.
Yes.
Okay, 9 months. Right? He spent only 9 months in this business, but Amal spent 12 months when end of the year. Right? අවුරුද්ද අන්තිම වෙනකොට ওই විදිහට තමයි මේගොල්ලෝ කාලය සහ amount එක spend කරලා තියන්නේ නේද? invest කරලා තියන්නේ. So after end of the year they want to divided the profit නේද? ඒ profit එක මේ දෙන්නට බෙදා ගන්න ඕන. එතකොට මේ දෙන්නෙක් හිටියා කියලා සමානව බෙදලා ඒක හරියන්නේ නැහැ නේද? ඊට පස්සේ මේ දෙන්න රණ්ඩු වෙලා තමයි නවතින්නේ. right? අසාධාරණයි නේද? එහෙම වුණාම එහෙනම් අපි මොකද කරන්න ඕන? අපි බලන්න ඕන මේ දෙන්න සාධාරණව මේක බෙදලා දෙන්නේ කොහොමද? right? We have to find the correct ratio. Right? Now look at how we find the correct ratio like these questions. මෙතනදි මොනවද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? අර time එකයි amount එකයි දෙකම අපිට consider කරන්න වෙනවා. right? time එක විතරක් නෙවෙයි amount එක විතරක් නෙවෙයි නේද? මේ දෙකම consider කරන්න වෙනවා. right? Now look at how we find the ratio. You have to find the ratio like this. Right? Carefully look at how we find the ratio. When you find the ratio, you have to multiply amount and time. Right? Amount and time you have to multiply. Right? That means what? That's the ratio. How much invest? 60,000. Multiply 12. Kamal invest 48,000. He spent 9 months. Multiply 9. හරිද? දැන් අපි කලින් question එකේදී නම් අර amount එක විතරයි consider කරේ. මොකද මේ දෙන්නම එකම කාලයක් distribute කරන වගේ එකක් හින්දා. හැබැයි මේ අර time එක එහෙම වෙනස් වුනහම amount එක වෙනස් වුනහම අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? මේ දෙක multiply කරලා තමයි ratio එක ගන්න ඕන. Right? Okay? You remember this one. Right. Then that's the ratio. Now we have to find the simplest form, no? Right? මේ වගේ නේ ලොකු ratio එකක් තියාගෙන බෑනේ අපිට. Simplest form you have to find. Look at how we find the simplest form. Look at 48,000 has 3 zeros, no? 60,000 has 4 zeros. You can cancel these 3 zeros for these 3 zeros. හරි අර zeros තුනකට zeros තුනක් අයින් කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. right? ඒ කියන්නේ මොනවද? මේ දෙක මම 1000 වලින් divide කරා වගේ. simplest ratio තමයි මම මේ ගන්න යන්නේ. right? Look at again 12 and 9. You can divide by 3. Right? 12 and 9 you can divide by 3. 3 divide 3. Sorry, 9 divide 3, 3. 12 divide 3, 4. Right? Again look at 48 and 60. You can divide by which number? By 12. නේද? මේකත් බෙදෙනවනේ. 60 divide 12, 5. 48 divide 12, 4. right? තව බෙදෙනවද නැද්ද? බෙදෙනවා නේද? මේ 4 and 4. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැන් එහෙම බැරි නම් මේක multiply කරන්න. 4 times 5, 20. 4 times 3, 12. 20 to 12, it's not the simplest form. Again, you can divide these numbers by 4. Right? 4. So what is the answer? 20 divide 4, 5. 12 divide 4, 3. What's the ratio? We have to divide the profit according to the ratio 5 to 3. Right? That's the ratio 5 to 3. So what is the fraction received Amal? What is the fraction received Kamal? Right? Amal received, what's the fraction? Now I will write the fraction. Amal received how many total parts? 8 parts. So Amal received 5 over 8 of the profit. Kamal received 3 over 8 of the profit. Right? Only I found the ratio. Right? මේකේ මම අර profit එක amount එකක් දුන්නේ නැහැ. තව next questions වලදී ඒවා දෙන්නම්. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගන්න කොහොමද අපි මේක ratio එක හදාගන්නේ කියන එක. Right? Can you understand? මේක නැති වුණත් කමන්නේ මෙතෙන් වෙනකන් තේරුණාද බලන්න?
Yes, sir.
Right. Hands up. Who can understand? Hands up using the raise hand option. Right. Hands down. If you have some problems about this, you tell me, okay? Right. Now you quickly write down the finding method, right? You have remember, if the amount and time duration are different, right? What you have to do? You have to write the ratio. How you can write? By multiplying both amount and time duration. Then you have to write the simplest form. Right, quickly write down. Then I will give another question for you.
Finished, sir.
Right. In this question, mention only 2 persons, no? Right. Some questions given 3 persons. Right. සමහරට persons ලා 3 දෙනෙක් දෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒ කොහොම දුන්නත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒ persons ලා ටික මෙහෙම 3 දෙනා නම් 3 දෙනා ලියලා ඒගොල්ලෝගේ මේ details ටික ලියලා ratio එක ගන්නකොට මේ දෙක multiply කරලා simplest form එක ලියන්නයි තියෙන්නේ. Okay? Right. That's a method. Right. Like this question, you have to multiply amount and time duration, right? Then you can get the correctly ratio.
Sir,
Yes.
why we divide 20 to 12 by 4?
This one. Normally we have write the simplest form, no, of the ratio, right? Simplest form. I mentioned the beginning of the class today, right? මතකයි නේද?
We
Simplest
can
form.
divide it by 2, no?
Sorry.
We can divide it by also 2.
Yes, you can divide by 2, but it's not the simplest form, no? Look at 20 to 12. Divide by 2, 10 to 6. Again, we can divide by 2. Right? This one is the not the simplest form. So again, you have to divide by 2. Then 5 to 3. Right? Again, we can't divide this number by any number. හරිද මේවා තව මුකුත් numbers වලින් මේ දෙක divide කරන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් මේක තමයි simplest form කියන්නේ. Okay? එහෙනම් දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අර මෙහෙම එක එක values වලින් නේද divide කර කර ඉන්නවට වඩා නේද one time ගන්න පුළුවන් ඒ divide වෙන ලොකුම number එක හිතා ගන්න පුළුවන් නම්. හරි. කොහොම හරි ගමන්නේ 2 වලින් divide කරත් ආයෙමත් divide කළා කොහොම හරි 5 to 3 කියන answer එක එහෙනම් ගන්න ඕන. Right?
එතකොට අපිට 4 වලින් 2 වලින් දෙකෙන්ම divide කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
ඔව් ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. කොහොම හරි මෙන්න මේ answer එකයි ගන්න ඕන. ඒ කියන්නේ simplest form එක තමයි ලියන්න ඕන. හරි දැන් 4 වලින් divide කරොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොනවද වෙන්නේ? එකපාරට මේ answer එක එනවා. නේද? 2 වලින් divide කරොත් මේකට ඇවිල්ලා තමයි ආයෙමත් 2 වලින් divide කරලා මේකට යන්න වෙන්නේ.
Finish?
මෙන්න මේ simplifications ටිකක් clearද කියලා බලන්න. හරි මම මේ simplest form එක ලියන්න තමයි මේ මෙච්චර මේව කරේ. හරි එහෙනම් ඒක හරියට තේරුම් ගන්න. Right. Now I am going to do yes.
Can you explain another example?
Yes. Okay, I will give. You write down this question. Okay, write down. මම මේ එකම නම් ටික ගන්නම් හරි කමන්නේ නෑනේ. Right. You write down the next example. Amal starts a business. Amal starts a business in January. Amal starts a business in January by investing 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. Right, okay. Amal starts a business in January by investing 30,000 rupees. Full stop. His friend Kamal, his friend Kamal, joins the business 2 months later. 2 months later, by investing 24,000 rupees. 24,000 rupees, and his friend Nimal, his friend Nimal joins the business 2 months 2 months after that. 2 months after that. 2 months after that, by investing 60,000 rupees. 60,000 rupees. ₹60,000. Full stop. Calculate the ratio. Calculate the ratio in which the profit should be divided between them at the end of a year. At the end of a year. Right? That's the question. Okay. Right? There are 3 persons mentioned in this question. No? What are the 3 persons? Amal, Kamal, and Nimal. Amal invest how much? 30,000 rupees. Kamal invested 24,000 rupees. Nimal invested 60,000 rupees. Right. Now also we have to write the duration, no? Time duration. How many months Amal in this business?
12 months.
12 months. This person 12 months, no? Kamal
10 months.
10 months. After 2 months, no? After the start of the business, 2 months, 10 months. Nimal 8 months. Why? Right? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොඳට බලන්න question එකේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. Start again 2 months later නෙවෙයි නේද? හරි? මෙයා ගැන කියලා එයාට පස්සේ 2 months කියලා තමයි මෙයාගේ දෙන්නේ. එහෙනම් මෙයා කොච්චරද මේ business එකේ ඉන්නේ? Only 8 months. Right? Only 8 months. Right? That's the time durations and invested amount of each person. Then what you have to do? you have to multiply the amount and time duration, no? Right? You have to multiply the amount and time duration to get the ratio, right? Ratio we can get amount multiplied by time duration. Amount multiply time duration. Amount multiply time duration, right? That's the ratio. Then you have to find the simplest form of this ratio, right? You try to get the simplest form by simplifying, right? අර මම කියපු විදිහට simplify කරා නම් නේද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේක easy answers ගන්න පුළුවන්කම තියෙනවා. Right? You find the simplest ratio, okay? You find the simplest ratio of this question.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a power here and I join now. Sir, can you explain this beginning?
Did you write the question completely?
No, sir.
No. Right. Again, I will say the question. You write down. Right. All of you check the question also. Amal starts a business in January by investing 30,000 rupees. Amal starts a business in January by investing 30,000 rupees. His friend Kamal joins the business 2 months later. 2 months later by investing 24,000 rupees. By investing 24,000 rupees and his friend Nimal joins the business 2 months after that. 2 months after that by investing 60,000 rupees. By investing 60,000 rupees. Calculate the ratio in which the profit should be divided between them at the end of a year. Right? Then we have write the names of the persons, Amal, Kamal, Nimal. Then I wrote the amount invested. Amal invested 30,000 rupees. No, Amal invested 30,000 rupees. 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 30, Hamal invested 24,000 rupees and Nimal invested 60,000 rupees. Also, you have to write the time duration they spent for the business. Amal start at January, no? So he spent 12 months for this business. Hamal 2 months later joined, right? So he spent 10 months. Nimal, right, after that 2 months. That means after that 2 months. Right? මෙයා join වුණාට පස්සේ තවත් මාස දෙකකින් තමයි නිමල් join වෙන්නේ. So how many months he spent? 8 months. Right? Okay. Then we have to find the ratio. How we find the ratio? By multiplying amount and duration, time duration. Amount is 30,000, time duration 12 months. 2. Amount is 25,000, 24,000, time duration is 10, multiply 10. 2. Nimal invested 60,000, he spent 8 months, right? That's the ratio, right? That's the profit divided ratio. But we have to find the simplest form, no? Right? How we find the simplest form? ඔගොල්ලෝ මේක පුළුවන් තරම් simplify කරගන්න ඕන. Right? මොනවද කරන්න වෙන්නේ? Look at, there are 3 zeros, no? We can simplify. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And also another 1 0 you can simplify, no? Right? Look at 0 0 0. Right. Now, what's the answer? 3 multiply 12, 24 multiply 1, 6 multiply 8. Right. Now you check again which numbers you can simplify. අවදුරටත් බලන්න මොනවද අපිට බෙදන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. right? මොනවද බෙදන්න පුළුවන්? දැන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඕනනම් මෙතන multiply කරලා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. ඕනනම් multiply කරලා ගන්න. right? එහෙම නැත්නම් මේක simplify කරලා තවදුරටත් multiply කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. right? If you want multiply this, 3 multiply 12 36. 24 multiply 1 24. 6 multiply 8 48. Is this one simplest form or not? This one is not the simplest form, no? So what you have to do? You have to divide by which number you can divide?
12.
Yes, you can divide by 12, no? Right? වැඩිම එක 12 නේ නේද? ඕනනම් දෙකෙන් බෙදන්න, තුනෙන් බෙදන්න, ඔහොම ඉතින් බෙදාගෙන යන්න ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. එකපාරින් ඉවරයි වැඩේ. මේක බෙදන්න පුළුවන් ලොකුම වැලියු එක හොයාගත්තා නම්, right? 12. 36 divide 12 3. 24 divide 12 2. 48 divide 12 4. We can't divide further. So what is the simplest form of the ratio? 3 to 2 to 4. Right? That's the simplest form of the ratio should be profit divided at the end of the year. Right now, all of you, can you understand? Writing method, how we find the method, no? Finding method of the simplest form of the ratio related to the amount and time duration, right? Related to the amount and time duration. මේකේ මේ රේෂියෝ එක හොයන එක නෙවෙයි අපිට තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? රේෂියෝ එක හොයාගෙන ඊට ඉදිරියටත් යන්න තියෙනවා. ඒකින්ද අර හරියට මුල් කොටස හරියට ඉගෙන ගන්න. මොකද අපිට ඊට පස්සේ මොකක් හරි amount එකක් දීලා මෙයාට කොච්චර ලැබෙනවද? මෙයාට කොච්චර divide කරන්න ඕනද? මෙයාට කොච්චර divide කරන්න ඕනද? ඒ ටික හරියට හොයාගන්න වෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඒක කරන්න කලින් තමයි මම මෙන්න මේ රේෂියෝ හොයන විදිය ගැන දැන් examples දෙකක්ම ගත්තේ, right? මම තව example එකක් දෙන්න word form එකෙන් නැතුව නිකම් values ටික දාලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉක්මනට ඒක හොයන්න තනියම, right?
Sir,
Yes.
still right.
Sorry. Right. There are three persons you think I will take the symbols. You think A, B, C. Right. There are three persons A, B, C. They invested amount amount in rupees. I will write. You think A invested 60,000 rupees, B invested 30,000 rupees, C invested 90,000 rupees. Right? Then time duration given. A spent for this business 12 months, B spends 8 months, and C spends 8 months. Right? Okay. That's the data given. Right. You have to find the ratio. Right. You have to find the ratio. Related question, ratio. Right. Using this data, you try to find the answer. Also, you have to write the simplest ratio. Okay. Simplest ratio you have to find. Then after you got this answer, you send me it as a message. Okay, into the chat.
Finish.
Also, you send me, okay, your answer as a message after finish your work.
Sir, can you tell the answer of the last question?
Sorry,
Can you tell the answer of last question?
previous one.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember the answer. Can you tell me, any student, what is the answer of previous question? I think 3 to 2 to 4, no? 3 to 2 to 4. Previous question answer.
Thank you, sir.
This one is previous one, okay? Not this.
Sir,
Yes.
I sent my answer.
Right, okay. We can check correct or incorrect.
Yeah, I also see.
Mhm. Right. How we get the answer? The amount difference, no? The spent amount, invested amount difference. Also, the time durations are different, right? So what we have to do, you have to multiply time duration and invested amount, right? Then you can find the ratio. 60,000 multiply 12, 30,000 multiply 8, 90,000 multiply 8. That's the ratio. But this one is not the simplest form, no? So what we have to do? You have to divide these three quantities by any values, no? I think simply you can decide how many zeros of this one, 4 zeros. This one has 4 zeros and this one has 4 zeros. So you can cancel these 4 zeros, right? Then what happened? 6 multiply 12, 72. 3 multiply 8, 24. 9 multiply 8, 72. Okay, then again I think you can divide these three numbers by which value? By 24, no? Right, that's the maximum value you can divide it. How many 24s to 72? 3. So you can write here 3. 24 to divide 24, 1. 72 divide 24, what is the value? 3. So what is the simplest form? 3 to 1 to 3. Right? 3 to 1 to 3.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can divide 8 by 2
Which one?
in the ratio?
This part.
Yes, sir.
Yes, if you want, you can divide. Right? 8, 8, 12 or 6, no? Right? එතනින් divide කරලා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. ඒක ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. කොහොම හරි අර final answer එක මෙන්න මේ answer එක ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්න ඕන. right? ඔතනින් හරි කමක් නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේව simplify කරලා හරි දැන් මම මෙතන මේව multiply කරලා ගත්තේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේව unclear වුණොත් නේද? ඒකින්ද ආයෙත් අරගෙන කරේ. අවශ්‍ය නම් මෙතනින් පුළුවන්. right? 8,
Sir,
12. Yes.
my answer is correct.
Oh.
But I divide also the time duration. It is okay?
Okay, no problem. After divide by time duration, again you have to divide any number, no? Right? Several steps you have to follow. Right? දැන් මම කරපු විදිය නේද? එකපාරෙන් මම අර ලොකුම නම්බර් එක හොයාගෙන නේද? තවදුරටත් එතකොට divide කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙම පුළුවන්. හරි? හැබැයි නේද කර කර ඉන්නකොට බලන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ කියලා. මේ ඔක්කොම දෙකෙන් බෙදෙනවානේ. එතකොට මෙහෙමද 36 to 12 to 36. ආයි දෙකෙන් බෙදෙනවානේ. 18 to 6 to 18. හරි? ඔහොමම divide කරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා ඉතින් පොත ඉවර වෙනකම්ම නේද? කරගන්නත් පුළුවන්. හරි? ඊට වඩා ලේසිනේ නේද? අර එකපාරෙන් කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම්. right? එහෙම බැරි නම් කවන්නේ නැහැ. කොහොම හරි කරලා නේද? answer එක ගන්නයි තියෙන්නේ. So should be the correct answer of your book 3 to 1 to 3. Right? That's the final answer. Right. Now I am going to do another one. Right, අපි next day එකේදී බලමු මේ වගේ අර මේක තවදුරටත් එහාට අරන් ගිහිල්ලා profit එක divide කරාම නේද කොහොමද එන්නේ කියලා. දැනට අපි ratio එක හොයන්න ඉගෙන ගමු, study කරමු නේද මේ week එක තුල. Right. Another one question I will give. Right. You look at this question. You take your textbook and turn the page number 20. Right, page number 20. I'm not going to do full question, okay? Why? I still not explain the final part of this question. Only we discuss about how we find the ratio. Right. Look at the third question. Third question carefully look at. Right. Third question. Kamal and Sunil started a business on the 1st of January of a certain year by investing 24,000 and 30,000 respectively. Right, okay? Can you understand? After 4 months, Vimal joined the business by investing 54,000 rupees. Right, okay? Can you understand? How many persons in this question? There are
3%.
3 persons, no? Okay. You write down like this 3 persons name quickly. What are the 3 names? Kamal, Sunil and Vimal. Kamal, Sunil and Vimal. Right. Then you write down how much they spent, invested. Kamal, how much?
24,000,
24,000. Sunil,
30,000,
30,000. Vimal,
4,000.
54,000. Okay, now I wrote that informations. Right, now I wrote that invested amount. Right, then we have to find the time duration, no? Right, you find Kamal, how many months spent for this business?
12,
12 months, no? 12 months. Sunil, how many months?
12 months,
12 months. Why? Kamal and Sunil started at the first of on the 1st of January, no? මේ දෙන්න එකතු වෙලා තමයි මේ business එක start කරලා තියෙන්නේ. So both of them spent 12 months. Vimal, how many months spent for this business?
6 months,
6 months.
8 months.
8 months.
Months.
After 4 months. හරි අර ජනවාරි වල මේක ස්ටාර්ට් කරේ ඒකෙන් මාස 4කට පස්සේ. එහෙනම් 12 months නේ year එකට නේද? නේද? එහෙනම් මාස 4ක් ගියම් කීයද? Another 8 months he has to spend. Right? Not 6. Right? 8 months. So Vimal spends 8 months. Right. Now we have to find the ratio. Right? Okay. How we find the ratio? You have to multiply amount and duration, no? Each person's. Right? Quickly find. $30,000 multiplied 12. 54,000 multiplied 8. That's a ratio. But we have to write the simplest form, no? Right? මේ වගේ නේද ලොකු ratios තියාගෙන අපිට calculations කරන්න බෑ නේද අමාරුයිනේ. එහෙනම් අපි simplest form එකට යනවා. Right? දැන් බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ simplest form එක හදන්න. I think you can see, no, there are 3 zeros of each number end. So you can simplify this 0, 3 zeros, 3 zeros and 3 zeros. Right, then if you want, you can simplify 8, 12, 12. You can divide by which number? By 4. 8 divide 4 2, 12 divide 4 3, 12 divide 4 3. Right, if you want, you can simplify again, right, any numbers. If you can't divide like this, you can multiply and you can simplify. 24.
I send my
Yes, 24 multiply 3, 72, no? 30 multiply 3, 90. 54 multiply 2, 108. Right, now you have to simplify further. I think these numbers you can divide by which number? කියන්න බෙදන්න පුළුවන්.
12.
12. 90. 90 we can't divide by 12, no? Right, 90 divide කරන්න බෑනේ. 6 වලින් පුළුවන් නේද? 72 divide 6, 12. 90 divide by 12, sorry, 90 divide by 6, 15. 100 divide by 6, 100 divide, 108 divide by 6, 1, 48, 8, 18. Right, again you can divide by 3. 12 divide 3, 4. 15 divide 3, 5. 18 divide 3, 6. So what is the simplest form? 4 to 5 to 6. Right? 4 to 5 to 6.
sir.
Right, that's the simplification method. Right, දැන් මේ simplify කරන විදිය ඔයගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් practice කරන්න. හරිද? මේ week එක next week එකට කලින් join වෙන්න class එකට මේ ටික හොඳට practice කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ මෙතනට වෙනකම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ පැහැදිලි නේද මේක කරන විදිය? right, ඉතින් මේක simplify කර ගැනීම තමයි ඊට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මේක simplify කරගත්තාම හරියට අපිට පුළුවන් තවදුරටත් මේක එහාට ගෙනිහිල්ලා අර මොකක් හරි profit එකක් දීලා ඒක කොහොමද මේගොල්ලන්ට divide කරලා දෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි ඊට පස්සේ අපිට හොයන්න තියෙන්නේ. right? I think I did few examples, 4 or 5 examples, no? ඒ ටිකම අරගෙන ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආයෙත් මේව හදලා බලන්න, right? Simplest form හොයන්න. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් මෙන්න මේක තියෙන questions ටිකත් අරගෙන, right? මේව මම අද ඔක්කොම කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේකේ questions කියනවා නේද? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අර මේ අන්තිම කොටස් හොයන්න බෑ. ratio එක හොයන්න පුළුවන් දැන්. ඒ ටික අරගෙන බලන්න try කරලා ඒ වගේ answers උත් ගන්න ratios. Okay? Fine. Okay, next day I will do the remaining part and also we can complete the next week, and also I think another lesson we can start next week.